This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I don't know what it wants from me, but it gave me another movie I can't really talk about without getting in trouble on YouTube. Nightdreams is a 1981 adult fantasy film from director Francis Delia. It's relatively plotless, focused more on various vignettes of people going at it, while several visual gimmicks are put into play. Between these, the rest of the movie is intercut with footage of the quote unquote story, that being the psychoanalytical shock therapy treatments of a woman unable to find pleasure with her husband, commentated upon by the scientists watching her shiver, squirm, and yell really, really loudly. If this sounds familiar, then it won't surprise you to learn that this movie and Cafe Flesh from the following year have the same writer and producer, Steven Sayadian. They have a similar back and forth format between people going down, intercut with scenes of dialogue and story, but there's obviously less of a story here and more experimentation with the format when compared to its follow-up. The creative spark is still ever present though, with Nightdreams scenes of intercourse taking up various themes and settings, with a few other jokes thrown in here and there for flavor. The brief bits of dialogue outside of these scenes have their moments, but otherwise aren't meant for much more than to open and close the other scenes. It's pretty transparent that it's just to take a break before getting back into the action. There's not really all that much else to it. Anyways, like Cafe Flesh, the highlight of the film is in its sex scenes simply because of the surreal nature of each individual part. They play into the idea presented in these story segments of these being the therapy patient's dreams and fantasies, and as such, the filmmakers take a lot of creative liberties. We're put through visions of heaven and hell, motherhood, old westerns, and in a particularly infamous clip, television advertisements. Once the initial gimmick is set up, it goes right into, well, what people paid to see, so it doesn't really explore all that much of these visuals afterwards. Arguably speaking, these may be designed more for the sake of word of mouth and standing out from the crowd, further drawing interest among potential viewers by how different it is. That's just a guess anyways. All I know is that it is effectively a prototypical version of Cafe Flesh, foregoing a traditional structure in favor of something experimental, maybe even like a stage review show, and while it's nowhere near perfect, it's still creative enough to work as a stepping stone to something much more complete in its design. Nightdreams, Francis Delia, 1981. 2 stars. I wouldn't recommend it though. You could probably find clips online and get the same experience. And that's it from me anyways. If you like this review, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Probably not more porn reviews though. I don't know if I only get one of those a year or what.